Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is another Road to Rank 30 video. I am nearly there. I think at this point I'm level 27, rank 27 that is, so only a few levels off. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get there before League Play goes completely dead. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, today's game is going to be an absolute banger where I drop nearly 3 KD with a 74U on Checkmate. Usually I do terribly with a sub on Checkmate, but for some reason this was just the lobby for me, and yeah, managed to play pretty well. So in this video I'm still an elite, and unfortunately I did manage to pick up some pretty good gameplays during the time I was an elite because I was super motivated to get back up to master. I'm thinking, right, next season I'm getting up to master. So I really tried as hard as I could in my games, trying to make sure we get the dub, trying to make sure I slay out as much as I can, and then try and get good wins essentially. So yeah, that's why I managed to get some games in elite, and you probably will see some gameplay other than this one in the following days, just because I'd managed to drop some really good games. So they're not all going to be Masters gameplay, but literally the week after I got demoted down to elite, I did head up back to Masters as a result of trying hard like I am here. So yeah, you are going to see some gameplay of me being whilst I'm an elite going forward, but I'm sure you guys don't mind. It's slaying gameplay nonetheless. So you know, it's still, in my opinion, it still has an entertainment factor. So yeah, I'm gutted. I nearly turned on that go. I don't know why there was a bit of a lag problem at the very beginning of this game, but it does sort itself out eventually. So yeah, it's not too bad. The guy at the beginning of the video in front of yellow, I mean, he basically teleported the watch. It was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, let me know how you guys are finding League Play. I mean, at the moment, I'm struggling to find games with just myself with good ping. A lot of my games recently have been put on US servers for whatever reason. And being in the EU, in the UK on EU servers, playing with 110 ping against you guys in the US isn't the ideal situation. But it is what it is. I managed to get some fairly decent games in the process anyway. Back to the fact that I've been promoted back to Master. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm not promising that I'm going to be staying in Master for much longer, because the week ahead of me, my personal life has got a lot going on. I've got a couple of exams coming up and super hectic at work. So yeah, forgive me for that. As I clean up the lobby there, absolutely keep it together, and still my teammates killed just for the 4-piece there. So yeah, as I said, I'm absolutely trying here. But the past week has been a bit less active for me on League Play just because of how busy things have been. So I do apologise if I do drop back down to elite again. But I will be back on the ground, and I do have plenty of content stored up. So even though I'm busy in my main life and I'm not playing much, I'll still be able to drop content for you and schedule it for the days which I'm not able to go on. So there will be content there, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And it's going to be a lot of this sort of thing, just road to rank 30, just like a feature of my games and how I play and things like that when I'm playing League Play. So we're actually going to jump back to the normal sort of format of the videos I have when I'm on the Rank 30 playlist, and that is basically where I talk through the decision making of what I'm doing, and I hope it sort of helps, makes you guys a better player, helps you improve in some way, shape or form. So jump right into it. We can see we've got a pretty good lead off the start, which helps. I've slayed enough to manage to get a couple of streaks here, and as you can see there's 16 seconds left on the hill, and I'm focused solely on flipping spawns, making sure we can get the wood hill, and yeah, basically making sure that we get a good time on this hill, because chances are if they get this hill and they catch spawns for the next hill, they're going to be pretty well set up for a good 60 seconds here, which make us pretty close. We then only be 1 hard point apart, so it's not the ideal situation, to be honest. So I'm trying to pick people off, albeit with a sub from the plane, but I do manage to get... See, I'm playing with a pretty decent team here, which does help the situation, because you can rely on them to hold their own, get their trades, or get your trade, for example, and things like that. So playing with a huge team like this really does help, but especially for those elims. If they get your trade and you've already put the in, it counts as a limb on the leaderboard. So yeah, it does help the stat line. Pad your stats a little bit using that. But yeah, so we managed to get P5 control, albeit from the front. So again, I'm already at the next hard point, trying to play for new. Get pushed by 2 guys, but thankfully they pushed me 1 at a time, so I managed to take them out. They probably weren't expecting me to be here quite so early because there was still 20 seconds on the hill. But in my, as I said, I have come to the teammates. I fully trusted them on the old hill where it is at the moment. So I had no lack of faith in them being able to hold that. So I thought, you know, there's 20 seconds left. Even if we lose that hard point, if they're going to fight over it for a few seconds, there's going to be 10-15 seconds at most they're going to get. But if we can get locked down in this hard point, keep spawns, because the worst thing you can do pushing P5 from this side is eventually flip with a little time left, and eventually they have P2 spawns, which is a lot easier to hold. So yeah, we managed to maintain the spawns back here, and we contested most of this hill really. I mean, as a sub, this is all you want to really be doing. If you've got a couple of other subs and you're getting a lot of pressure, you want to be maybe pushing through. But in a situation like this where we're over 100 points up, I think I was getting a bit bored there, to be honest. So I was getting a bit, you know, a bit lazy. I'll probably mosh to the minimap or something. But yeah, we managed to contest that hill, and I think I die at 15 seconds left. So worst case scenario, again, they get 15 seconds, but we are set up for Nura. You could see I was the only one in the plane there pretty much on the point, but it meant that our whole teammates, our whole team could hold, sit back, and maintain the spawns we had for the P2 hill. The reason we dedicate so much of our time there to maintaining the spawns is simply because this is a money hill. And when people say money hill, it's like it's a hill where you can get an easy 60 seconds off it, 60 points, and increase that lead even further. So yeah, it's worth doing, especially for the hills that you know are really tricky to break. Now I know I've got teammates bottom, so I'm happy to push up this. I don't know how I lost that one, but I think I missed a few shots. So I hold my hands up there. I didn't. That one's on me. But in my head, I've just spawned. I'm noticing the fact there's only 20 seconds left on the hard point. They're probably going to be rotating underneath the plane, ready for the next one. I'm trying to, you know, try my chances of getting them off the hill there, just so I can get them from some free time. But as I said, they're getting 20 seconds max, so it's not the end of the world. As you can see, none of our team are really paying much attention to the old hard point. We're all pretty much focused on new, because as we know, there's one on old. There's only really going to be 3 maximum here, so we're going to be able to out-chow and out-trade the enemy team if we're here, whilst they're already on the old hard point. So we managed to break the hill. To be fair, there was only a couple people on it, so it wasn't like a huge battle for the time. But we managed to get it, and we are just holding this down, shooting people, moving positions, and re-channeling again. Worst thing you can do in the hard point is sit in the same position on the hill, because you do get picked off. See, I thought that was fixed. I thought you can die by your trophies. No, I think they take 10 health points. So if you're under 10 health, you're gonna get killed by your own trophy, unfortunately. And because it does mean that you do spawn even later, so it's not ideal. Absolutely lock onto that guy. I wasn't really concerned about the guy on the right. I mean, if I hesitated on that kill on the left, I probably wouldn't have even got a kill. I'd have just died there. So right here we've got decent spawns. For whatever reason, I think they may have pushed a little too far up. So if we don't win this hill, say for example this is another contestable hill, if they contest this to the very end, we at least have control of wood and P5. So right now it's a pretty guaranteed win off this hill. So I'm thinking, right, if I can just call all my streaks in now, and it was just like, you know, guarantee this dub on the honestly, I don't know what my shots were right there. But luckily my team managed to clear it up. Oh, sorry, 40 and 14. Nowhere near a 3KD. That's my fault. 40 and 14. But yeah, that's going to be the video. I do get play of the game, so I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.